Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Today is Thursday, late afternoon. It's a very cloudy day, but hopefully I've got enough light to, so it looks okay. I wanted to do sort of a little quick video, a little chit chat, kind of talk about a few things, and also to show my Too Faced chocolate bar palette. It is really beautiful, and I finally did break down and get it. So I'll kind of talk about that. But first I wanted to mention two videos that I liked this week, and so I thought I'd pass them on. One of them is by Nisha, who is Sugar Puff and Fluff. I'm sure everybody already watches her, but just in case you missed this one particular video that she did this week, I wanted to point it out. It is the winged eyeliner for hooded eyes. And really, I don't know if you can see that or not, really, I would call it winged eyeliner for any eyes. She takes the different ways to do a liquid, gel, felt tip, pencil, and she demonstrates back and forth on each eye of how to do a winged eyeliner. To me, this is the ultimate video. I don't feel like I could ever do a tutorial on winged eyeliner because I would just say, go look at Nisha how she does it. But it's a very, very good one, especially for those of us where our eyes are starting to droop. And she tells how to get the winged eyeliner look for hooded eyes. So everybody be sure, and I'll put that link below. And I had bought, I had seen that Nisha had done this on her nails, but also I had bought the C in another video, C and D Vinyl Lux. I bought several colors, but let's see, 234 Lore, L-O-R. Lori is her name. She did a video. It was her 2-Minute Tuesday video, and she did a color, kind of a review on the C and D nail colors. And she has her nails polished with the different colors and stuff like that, so you can get a pretty good, well, not a pretty good, a really good idea of what the C and D colors do. I have used these before, and really, I got some small ones in a kit, and I ran out and then just started using regular ones. But I'm really going to go back to them. I really liked them. They lasted better than any other lashes without having to go and get them done. You don't use the base coat. You just put on like 2 coats of your color, and then what is called the weekly top coat. This is what gets it to last a week, and you always use it on top of these polishes. So I got 3. I can't see the names, but it's a reddish and a purplish and a pinkish. As I wear them, I will tell you what the names are. I will look again. But go look at Lori's video. It's well done. She gets to the point and she shows all the colors. Her nails are pretty, and so that can kind of give you an idea. I'm really kind of wanting to start trying these polishes again. So do that. I guess let me get a drink of water. My mouth is so dry. I had Chinese PF Chang's. I don't know. I guess they have it everywhere. They are so good. Most Chinese food I can't eat because it has gluten in it. Most soy sauces and teriyaki sauces have gluten in them. But PF Chang's has a gluten-free menu, and it was so neat because they had it labeled gluten-free. Doug had gone to Chattanooga on business and brought it back home for me. And then they gave me a little, a little baggy type thing with all my condiments in it, the soy sauce, and they had mixed up a special sauce that was all gluten-free, and so they marked that for me. They just kept it all separate. So I was very impressed that they did that, and so everybody that's a good way to be able to enjoy Chinese food again, because you do usually have to give it up, not only because unless they do, it's dedicated where their soy sauces and stuff are all gluten-free, and some of it can be battered, like the sweet and sour, the shrimp and the chicken and stuff like that. But anyway, it always makes me real thirsty because the soy sauce does. Okay, so I do have my hair curly today. And this week, day before yesterday, I did make a little bit more of a commitment to wearing it. It was time for me to get my roots done. So I told her, Rose, my lovely Rose, she's the one that does my hair, love her. But I asked her to maybe trim my layers and bring them out a little bit more. My layers can get kind of heavy when I wear my hair wavy, and it can weigh my hair down, and it can be, you know, flat on top, and so to bring out your curl, you really kind of need to get it more layered. So I did do that, even though I will wear it straight with the layers. I like straight layers too, and I'll flat iron it and stuff like that. And so this morning, you know, I said, you know, well, Doug, how do I look? He said, oh, it looks cute, like that. And I said, you know, you really just like silky straight hair. He said, I really do. And so I was trying to, you know, question him more about him. And I said, well, you know, are you going to feel romantic toward me? I mean, is it like a turn off to you? He said, no, I'll still feel romantic, but it's very convincing. So I'm a little worried, but I guess I always do it straight. But anyway, you know, I explained. I said, well, here's the thing. Because he's seen me at night, you know, try to do it, you know, it's like, hurry up with the blow dryer so we can, you know, watch our TV shows or whatever. But, you know, I have to take a brush, or I have to use a big paddle brush and pull it down and take the blow dryer and pull it down with the blow dryer and do it, you know, do it all up and do it layer by layer. And then I take a big flat iron or a, you know, big barrel curling iron and do it and put it up in Velcros, you know, to get it all smooth and straight like that. And or, you know, I'll flat iron it every morning. And so I explained to him, you know, like when I got my hair trimmed, it was starting to look what I call real witchy, where the ends were just getting really, really thin, and there were just strands coming down from the ends, and it was just from all the damage I had been doing to it. And I said, and I had shown him, even when my hair's been straightened, if I will pull one of my hairs out, especially if I wet it, but even if it's just straight, you know, when I hold it up, it goes like this, naturally. Or if I shampoo my hair and pull out one of my hairs and hold it up, that hair is going to just spiral like this. I said, that's my way my hair does, and it damages it to go against that. So later on the day, you know, he came up to me and he, you know, I said, oh, I kept saying, you know, it's been all dramatic about it. I said, oh, don't look at me, I'm hideous. And he looked at me and said, no, it's, you know, it's cute, I like it, you know, I'm glad you're wearing it this way. So he, you know, he was trying to make the effort. So anyway, okay. Also, before I get two more things, and then I'll get to the palette. You know, we've had discussions, and I've gone back and forth with you all about, I did want this, and I resisted, and I finally got it, and I felt really, really guilty. And I feel guilty because, you know, I think of all the hungry people in the world and things like that, and that I can do. And so it got me thinking, that something that I would mention, Doug and I sponsor a little girl through World Vision. Her name's Esther. She's in Freetown, well, she's not in Freetown, that's just where we get the mail, but she's in Sierra Leone in a little village. She's just really adorable. I was trying to see if I could find a picture of her. The reason I was thinking of her, I sent out her birthday presents today, and then when her birthday comes around every year, I donate, you know, maybe I donated $65, which was a little more than the cost of this palette, so it made me feel better for her to have a birthday party, and they buy all the kids, you know, cake and ice cream and everything in her honor. So that sort of made me feel a little bit better. But here's a little recent picture of my Esther. She's about, I think she's 11 now. She'll be 11. But she's a little doll baby, and she wants to be the same profession that my husband is. So that was very thrilling. And so they send me updates on her health, and you know, there was a time, she's awfully thin, there was a time when her health wasn't so good, and they told me about it. And I don't know, sending this stuff to Esther today and giving extra money so that she could have a birthday party, it did make me feel a little bit better about buying this chocolate bar palette. And the thing I'm proud about too, not only do Doug and I do it, but both of my children do it, and they really can't afford to, but they do it anyway. They each sponsor a child. So that's awfully, it makes me awfully proud too. But it's something to think about, since we spend so much money on makeup and stuff like that that we enjoy, but you know, it doesn't feed hungry people. So, you know, maybe think about donating $30 a month to, you know, for a child to be able to have some education and some food and clean water and things like that. So anyway, get down off my soapbox now. One more thing, my videos get so long, I'm so sorry. I got correspondence from two people. The first one was Zero Zoe and my Zoe, and she sent me a wonderful postcard from Hawaii. So we got out the big map. We have a world map, and then we have a United States map. So we got out the map, first the United States map, and it had, you know, Hawaii in the corner, and but then we got the world map out so we could see how far Hawaii was from the United States, and that's a long trip. You know, go all the way to the coast and then all the way out to the Pacific. So that was kind of interesting. So Zoe, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then one of my first subscribers ever was the Redheads Are Us, and my lovely Lynn. I won't say her last name, but she did. I won't show it, but she did send me a picture of herself and her husband and her 3 children. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful family. But she sent me, I don't know, I better not say where she's from. She sent me a map of her state, and I will not show it just in case, because I want to respect any privacy that she might have. So she sent me a map of her state. She sent me a lovely, lovely letter, and she wrote a letter to my grandchildren. And she wrote a letter where they could understand it. You know, my state has this and this, and we also had this and this, and this is the type of people that live there, and we all like music, and we like dance, and we like sports, and so they got to hear about her state on their level, and they just all sit there. When I read it to them, they just sit there, just you know, quiet and listened. So Lynn, that was the best thing that you ever could have sent, you and Zoe both. I really, really appreciate it. You know, it plays right to my heart when you do something like that for my grandchildren. So I'm very, very blessed that you did that for me, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, both of you all, very much. Okay. Now, to my Too-Faced chocolate bar. It really does smell like a chocolate bar, and I'm going to put the names up here. So this is what it looks like. You've seen it from everybody else, but there's mine. It is gorgeous. You get a guide of how to make up your eyes with it that promptly got destroyed. So what I did was I printed it out. That same, they have the guide online, so I printed it out, and they show 3 different looks. So they showed one for a blue-eyed, a green-eyed, and looks like kind of a hazel-eyed, brown eyes. So I took the green-eyed one, and I did what they told me to do. So I'm just going to kind of briefly show you, and then I'll get off here and quit talking. So what they had me do was take the sweet, the salted caramel, which is this color right here, and put it from the crease to the eyebrow. Now that makes it, which I think is kind of interesting. It is a caramel color. I consider it a medium tone, but they had it up here as a highlighter, which I think is interesting for eyes as they get more hooded and you know, you get older, because the concept is to use darker to make things recede and use lighter to bring things out. So you're actually, in theory, you know, blending it out would make your eye area sort of recede a little bit and bring out your eyes more. So they had that, the caramel color from here, from the crease up. And then they had, let's see, the strawberry, which is this color right here. You know what, I'm going to hold it up because it does not swatch well, but it's this bright pink right there. And they had you apply that all over the lid, which I did, all over my lid. Okay, then they had you take the Candied Violet, which is this beautiful purple, right there, and put it in the outer third of your lid. Okay, and then they had you take the Semi-Sweet, which is this beautiful brown right here, right there. Okay. Up here, that one, at the top, and put it in the crease and underneath the eye, smudge it underneath. And so I did all that, and that's what it looks like. And since it was, I felt it was sort of a dark eye, a smoky eye, I took, instead of tight lining and water lining it with black, I did a charcoal. It's a Lancome charcoal pencil that is very, very pretty, and it's softer than a black. So that is my look. I'm going to try actually the blue-eyed look, and I'm going to try the brown-eyed look and just see how it looks on me, and then I'm going to do different combinations. So with every video coming up, I'm going to try a different look, and I'll just kind of mention what I did. I love this. I love these colors. I love the way it smells. It smells like chocolate. I love, I don't know, the softness. I would say the naturalness, but they're natural colors. They remind me of earthy colors with some warmth to it, or with some brightness to it with the violet. And I think there's like a burgundy color. But those colors that are just that remind you of richness, you know, like chocolate candy or chocolate covered cherries or things like that. But over the next few weeks, over the next few videos, I will tell you which combination I use. I'm going to try all different combinations and see what I can come up with that might work for different color eyes. And so I will let you all know what it is, which ones did I do. But that's the one I did today, the one that they had shown for green eyes. And let me see if there's anything else. I think that is it. I hope this didn't run too long. But thanks everyone for watching. And those of you that are getting more snow, not there, I'm jealous. And it may show up on your doorstep, especially you, Colleen, up there in Maine with all that snow you're getting. I am so jealous. But anyway, have a wonderful evening, and thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.